Alright, so quick disclaimer before I get into this video. Not at all am I saying that H1Z1 is a bad game. I'm just going to be telling you why it didn't deliver. Let's get right into the video. Alright, what's up? What's happening? What's going on, guys? It is Hunter, and in today's video, I'm going to be going over the 5 reasons why H1Z1 did not deliver / flopped on PS4. Now, I really like this game. I really do. And I don't think it's necessarily a bad game. It's just, I think that they just didn't do good in some spots, causing the game to not be that good. So, I'm going to be telling you guys 5 reasons why it did not deliver. So coming in at our number 5 spot, we have the colors. Now, honestly, if I'm going to be quite honest with you guys, H1Z1 on PS4 is dark. It's not bright, it's not colorful. Now, I am not like a colorful guy and all that. I don't want anybody to think that. I just think if it's brighter, it's a lot better. It attracts more people. Now, some people do like darker stuff, so if you do like darker stuff, then this is clearly the game for you besides like Fortnite or something else. It's too dark. It's not bright. It's just, I think if they added more color to it and they made it a little bit brighter, it'd be a lot better. And same, like, if you go on H1Z1 on PC, it's bright, it's good. I'd play it more than I'd play it on PS4, but I don't have an actual PC to play it on, so can't really do that. So coming in at our number 4 spot, we have their feedback, so to say. It's their responses to communities or like their updates and stuff. So I'm going to explain to you guys what I mean by this, because I don't know if I really said it right. They don't really tell us when stuff is coming out or when it's going to happen. So in that case, it's kind of hard to figure out when there's a new update, when something new is coming out, and it's harder to deliver content. So if you guys haven't really noticed, I've only streamed one H1Z1 video because my content is just all screwed up. And I just can't seem to record it right when I'm playing H1Z1. Like, I try to record, but it doesn't, like, my recording just always screws up. But that's kind of my fault. But what I'm talking about on the other hand is they like the feedback they're giving us, not like notifying when stuff is coming out. They need to be a little bit more active with their community instead of just putting them out randomly without really giving an explanation. I really think it kind of doesn't do well with like people, because some people like to know when new stuff comes out so that they can deliver content or they can talk about it. Here, when they just upload it, it's like, oh, okay, new planes in the game. That's great. I'm not saying that there will ever be planes on H1Z1. I hope it never does. But that was just an example. But I think I've rambled on enough about this topic. So let's get right to number 3. So coming in at number 3, guys, we have the med system, or like the health system. Now, pretty much all I have to say about this is it's too easy. It's a piece of cake to find bandages, to find med kits or first aid kits, anything. It's a piece of cake. I could go into one house and find at least 3 first aid kits. And you can hold up to 10 of these things, and they get you to 100 health. And bandages, they're easier to find. Bandages are a little bit more balanced, but it's kind of focusing on, like, the first aid kit and, like, all that, and, like, health sort of thing. Like, you don't, like, lose a ton of health, like, getting shot and bleeding out. But, like, it's way too easy to recover. And what I mean like that is, when you get shot and you just bleed out, like, if you don't apply a bandage, you will actually have to do something, or you will just bleed out completely. But if you get down to 10 health, you just apply one of them on. Like, you apply a first aid kit or bandage on, and you're done. You can heal up to 100 health with a bandage, and it's insane. It's too easy. Like, and then I could go back into another house and find 2 more first aid kits and, like, 3 bandages. It's not a right balance. You find it way too much, it's too easy, and people survive a lot longer. That's why there's so many people in, like, the final circle, because they have a ton of first aid kits, they have a ton of bandages, and they just abuse it because it goes up to 100 health. And they find more and more and more. And eventually, people are just sitting behind their cars and they're just bandaging, or they're first aid kitting. But once again, it's just way too easy. So coming in at our number 2 spot, we have the Storm system. Now, the Storm system, let's be honest. It's way too easy to get out of a storm. It's way too easy to survive inside of a storm until maybe the last 2 storms. If you guys did not know this, but every single storm, I think that there's, like, maybe 5 or 6. Depending on how long your game goes. They used to be 5 now, and now it's 6 because games have lasted longer. It's only a 1 tick. It's a 1 tick for, like, except for the last 2. Then it really turns into a 5 tick, and then you're really screwed. But that's not until, like, everybody's so bunched in, and I feel like the storms just it's like I said, it's just too easy to survive a storm. I could go from one point of the map, and the storm or the safe circle could be on the other side, and I would survive it. Just because it's really easy. And plus, like I said, going back to the med, like the medic system, like, you could keep finding more and more first aid kits, and like I said, you can hold up to a huge quantity of them, to the point where you don't have to worry about, like, oh, get to 15 health. Oh, first aid kit. There you go. It's, like I said, it's just way too easy, guys. And the storm it's not effective. It's not effective. However, it's kind of good for the new players, but this is kind of just a video criticizing on what they did bad on. So I'm not going to really go into that topic of, like, the storm, because I'm trying to rant on saying why it did bad. I might make a video on, like, why it did good, but there's more that they did, like, bad and didn't deliver, more than they did, like, just, like, do decently good. So, yeah. Alright, guys, so coming in at our final spot, we have the damage of weapons. Now, honestly, I wouldn't have put this on here, but I feel like it just happens way too much. I could have put glitches on here, but I feel like every game has glitches. So if I just put glitches on here, I wouldn't prove a point. There would be nothing for me to prove a point, because every game has a glitch, and they're not usually game breaking, but if they are game breaking, then you would know. So, but just putting this out there, nothing is, like, really bad like, none of the glitches on here are really bad for me to, like, really talk about in this. So I'm just going to talk about the damage of weapons. So, pretty much, if you guys haven't noticed, most weapons just don't do enough damage. They're kind of underrated in power. They don't do a lot. They don't really help you out much. I've noticed this because when I am in a close fight with a Hellfire and I'm going against this one other guy, I'm hitting him like right in the chest, trying to take off his armor. And all of a sudden he comes up with a combat shotgun. By the way, the combat shotgun is like the best gun in the game. It is just so overpowered. He just comes up and he just one hits me. No matter how much health I have, it just one hits me. And I go back and I'm looking at this guy and I'm spectating him and it says that he has 100 health. Now, I'm not sure if I'm like hitting them in the right spot or they're just yellow markers that are coming up saying that I'm actually hitting them, because I'm pretty sure that they come up when you actually hit somebody. So I don't know if that's supposed to mean something different. I'm pretty sure that means that you're knocking off like armor. But like there was I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna tell you guys like my experience. I just showed you guys one. There was one time when there was a fight, and it's usually with the Hellfire. The Hellfire's like balanced. Like you can kill people, but sometimes it just you can kill people with it, but sometimes it just doesn't do the job. So pretty much, I'm in this fight, and I'm shooting this guy, and he had no like armor, nothing. I hit him about twice, and an average shot with the Hellfire I think is like 25 to maybe even 30. I hit him twice, and this guy just demolishes me with a Magnum. Like, just demolishes me. And I'm like, how? How? He had no shield, nothing. And that's the thing. It's just, like, they're focusing on the smaller guns to be more powerful, when it should be, like, the faster shooting guns. They don't do as much power, but they have more ammo. And I feel like it's not balanced enough. You need to have the equal amounts of, like, I don't know where I'm getting to, but, like, you need to have the right amount of, like, a ratio from, like, the accuracy to its power. And I feel like they just kind of put a lot of them, they put, like, no accuracy, but, like, a ton of power, and some of them just a ton of accuracy, but, like, with no power. That's just what I think. I don't really know if that's a really good, like, reason. If that's a good enough reason, just tell me in the comments below. I really don't know. I mean, that one was kind of bad, but the other four, I hope you all did agree with me on that. Like, those other four, just, I honestly think that I'm kind of right on that. But, I forgot to tell you guys that this list goes in no particular order. So it probably could have been backwards, like the list could have been flip-flopped. But, it's whatever. So, I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you guys did, please make sure to drop a like, subscribe, and I'm Hunter, and I'm out, guys. See you later. Peace.